Hi Aries, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For January, I decided to extend a little bit more time the 2020 sneak peek reading. So for those of you that are still looking for the opportunity to have a yearly guidance, that reading is still going to be available until mid-month. And the other option is also 2020 energy focused, but more upon specific intentions that you might have in areas pertaining to personal growth and your personal evolution, basically your spiritual path, love, and prosperity. So basically, you write the intention for which each of these topics, and we'll see throughout the reading and throughout the year if those intentions might come to fruition or not, what might be the challenges or the opportunities presented throughout the year regarding those specific desires. So if you would like to know more details about those special offers or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Aries, I feel like some of you are really trying your best to move on and overcome certain emotional complications that you have been facing. Is almost like some of you Aries, you are sure of the direction, what's the right direction to take. You have your eyes in the right direction in terms of where you should be heading to find more joy and satisfaction and healing, but something seems to be pulling you back consistently. It's almost like you're trying a lot here to do the best thing, the right thing, and either you keep bumping into temptations, reminders, things that trigger you, and it triggers this ability and this capacity to move on and to keep moving forward without looking back to things that you shouldn't be looking back, but still, again, that temptation is presented. You definitely want to move on and move ahead. You want to find more fulfilling experiences in 2020. You want to be headed towards a direction that feels emotionally and spiritually right and clean. I feel like there's something here about this cleansing, this purge, this detox that some of you have been making that is about to bring in, again, some positive results. I feel like some of you could be feeling more towards, though, the mid-January phase, but still some of you could be feeling emotionally refreshed. For those of you that have been looking to feel better, okay, internally, I feel like this is a very positive month to find some sense of accomplishment there. I feel like you will feel lighter in terms of the load some of you have been carrying. I feel like you're getting ready to just, discover what's out there, that it's new, that is hopefully better than what you have found so far. And for some of you, your work is the fuel here to other type of breakthroughs, to other type of discoveries. Is almost like some of you are having, some sort of blessing coming in through work or finances or achievement of certain material goals. And because you are being blessed there's this secondary kind of effect that leads some of you Aries to find fulfillment and happiness as well, emotionally and spiritually. It's almost like you're joining you're joining the material and the spiritual at a certain level to bring in satisfaction and a sense of job well done. And I keep getting like some of you are doing great and you're doing a great job despite whatever, again, traps, whichever type of mines are hidden in the ground, again, you're doing fine. And even for those that are falling back, that are, relapsing, that are doing things that maybe you shouldn't be doing, even for those of you, it's okay to have moments of weakness. It's okay to find bumps in the road. So don't be disencouraged, because sometimes it's tough. It's hard to always be, focused, to always be, with the best intentions in mind and in heart. It's very hard to keep up with the spiritual good job, because it's very demanding when we're living in a world that is constantly throwing us out of balance and out of what is actually good for us. So just a heads up for some of you Aries, that whatever you face in January, remind you of how far you have come, because definitely you have come very far. You have two eights, so you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So very positive energy, but also very hard-working energy. It means that you're really putting in, and you have already put in a lot of investment and effort into this type of breakthrough, into this type of release, into this type of forward movement that you are dealing with. Some of you, you're really, again, concentrated. This is in the soul position, so how you are absorbing experiences during January, you really concentrated. It's almost like you are absorbing, okay, experiences, eliminating what does not serve you, and only sticking with the productive, functional aspect of any type of encounter, any type of situation you're dealing with. And I feel like you're very also focused in tasks at hand. So your work, your duties, your dreams, the things you want to build, your finances. You're all about putting, certain things as your main priorities, things that you can do so much more and excel at it. And I feel like some of you are excelling, particularly for Aries that have their own businesses. I feel like you're excelling at it. Three of Pentacles as the outcome. So definitely there will be this type of abundant, productive results coming to the front. You can expect some sort of, again, fruition of your hard work, being in terms of finances, being in terms of, validation, attracting clientele, attracting attention, attracting something you might need else, something that you might need added to what you already have. So when it comes to drawing in resources to help, again, build and fortify something you have, this is the month to really draw in that Capricorn energy that brings structure and power to material things. And I feel like actually the Capricorn energy, for some of you here that I'm connecting, is bringing something very abundant and solid, something that is like something here, like it feels like almost like an energy of the first steps here to a legacy of sorts. So some of you could really be putting in here some work to build something that is going to be a mark for you, that's going to be long lasting, perhaps something that you're going to be proud of, and something you're going to pass through, you're going to want to pass through to others, like your family, or just other people that it's going to benefit from whatever you are doing. You're growing very wise, and I feel like some of you during January are also exploring the right type of markets. So again, for those that are looking to expand business wise, I feel like there will be some sort of positive findings when it comes to contacts, connections, people leading you to the right type of, again, of places and business dealings and information and markets and all of that you can think about, that is going to just add up quite a lot to a plan you already have in motion. Some of you, in terms of heart matters, you need some time. Okay, it's a month where it's demanding emotionally, because it almost asks you to be in this very strict, responsible energy. And when we're speaking about emotions and affection and connections with love and passion and all of that, it can be felt as a little bit, like unnatural to be so strict, and diligent to heart matters. Here, the Ace of Cups in the heart of your reading. So you're very aware that you have a lot of water bursts, right? So you might be crying a lot, you might be moved by emotion a lot, you might be very sensitive, you might be releasing a lot of energy that is still hold inside, that needs to be, again, emotionally expelled, so you're free and, again, becoming lighter. Some of you, this is about expression of emotion on its own, and you could be pouring a lot of this feelings into your work. So creatively, it's also a very outstanding time. It's a time where you can really put into your doings, okay, of all sorts, a lot of magic. And I do feel like your emotions are speaking to you very clearly and very loudly. So for those of you that have been facing doubts when it comes to how you feel about certain situations, I feel like it's going to get clearer by the day as January unfolds, because you're going to know exactly how you feel. um it's going to be really hard to miss on the feelings. You're going to know how you feel. Now, if you're going to know what to do, what's the right thing to do with those feelings, that's another question, because again, you're being asked to be so, it's almost like some of you Aries have this type of energy of the safe perimeter, right? The safe place where for now you're pouring these emotions and you're looking at them and you're expressing them and exploring them the ways you can, and still trying to move on and still trying to do the best that you know that you can do. But in terms of applying this, for example, to a relationship, I feel like it's still a little bit tricky, because you might know how deeply you feel for someone, but not know how to what to do with this. And I feel like for some of you that are facing relationship situations, you might be asking for advice, you might be asking for guidance, being your own guides, being people that you find to be good at emotional counseling. You can see here the blessing here that kind of gives me the energy of advice as well with this Eight of Pentacles. But the feeling here is like, for those of you that are going through issues with love, some counseling, okay? Some counseling will serve you during this time, because again, you feel like you don't know how to exactly direct those feelings. I also have to say that for some of you Aries, there's a sensation of some sadness, disappointment associated with perhaps a feeling like you didn't know something. I feel like some of you were in the dark about something that you might discover in January, or you already did, and you're like feeling a little bit emotionally betrayed by someone's actions. I keep getting like a feeling like you're just not as happy with how your love life is going, because either you feel like you have been in the dark, either you feel you don't know what to do with the feelings you hold, or how to find solutions to work out issues with a partner. So relationship wise, it's a little bit of a sensitive month. But I also feel like in terms of what's going to come out of it, it's wisdom. So give it time. I feeling like that feeling of Rome wasn't built in a day, and this is you can apply this to anything in your life that you are in a rush, or maybe someone is in a rush and you're just not ready. You're just not ready to give, to give of yourself, to give out what you feel. And it might be, like there's something here about a timestamp for February. So like hit the pause button when it comes to situations that you don't know what to do exactly about, that you're still analyzing, and that put your heart in the line and it put a lot of emotions to the front, because January is all about solidifying and at the same time releasing and at the same time discovering. So it's not yet the time perhaps to fully commit and even reveal what you hold in, because your analysis is not all done, so you need time to figure yourself out and your emotions out, and that's completely acceptable and valid, and who loves you will respect you, and your time. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon, and happy new year.